Hello, those of you who chose the 1989 album, welcome to your reading. I have the Tarot of the Divine here. I'm going to charge it with a crystal while we pull our 3 targeted songs. I will leave timestamps for each. You can choose to listen to this as a whole, or you can skip to the song that you want to hear. Let me know if you went to the 1989 concert and who came out on stage. I think for ours, it's not the opening act. It's usually someone she surprises her audience with. I believe ours was Imagine Dragons. My sister, my mom, and I went. Oh, my camera battery is going to die. Let me change and I will be right back. All right, we're back. Also, let me know when you're going to your Eras tour. So, and I will leave the playlist with the other parts, the whole Eras playlist up above, so you can explore what the other albums have to say. Also, tell me your favorite song. I'm curious. I have a lot of favorites on this one. I feel like that's for all albums, though. Okay. So we have New Romantics. Love that. My sister really loved that song. Wildest Dreams. This was my favorite song. Or like top 5, top 3. I don't know. All you had to do was stay. All you had to do was stay. Okay. All right. We have our beautiful rose quartz here. All right. So lots to play with here. Let's see. New Romantics. Okay, hold on. Before we start, let's do a shuffle of the deck and just get into the energy, get into the vibration. Of Taylor. Alexa, turn it off. Okay, so we are spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors. Please guide me in this 1989 reading to send a message to all the Swifties and non-Swifties and medium Swifties who are out there looking for some guidance. Thank you so much, spirit guides, for blessing me with this gift to channel through you. And thank you for sending me the messages of your Most High that you want the collective to hear. New Romantics. New Romantics. Interesting that we have the 4 of Swords. This 4 of Swords card is all about feeling tied up in this particular imagery. There's almost this box that you feel the need to fit in order to feel respect and love. And I think this song is really asking you to stop pretending to be someone you're not. Let's get an oracle card to clarify the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords can also describe a relationship that has become one. So if you felt like you've lost your individuality, reclaim that, okay? Lasting relationships are not meant to lose sleep over. Okay. So we have digital detox. Clean up your digital world, balance your tech in real life, disconnect and regroup. We also have sorry, not sorry. What I did wasn't wrong. Don't care about what others think. Unremorseful, bitchy, don't care. Okay. Your spirit guides are asking you not to compare your relationship with someone, like with those that you see on social media. Just because they seem happy doesn't mean that that's the case. And also there's this level of comparison that inhibits our own sense of freedom and self-expression. I think this is also a need to get out of your phone. Okay? Don't, like, you know how some couples, they'll be eating together, but they're each on their phone. And I get it if you have a business call that you need to be on call for. But don't take away from your connection with this person, because it then becomes something that you take for granted. And it also just takes away from curiosity and learning more about your partner and the things that make them happy, the things that make them sad. But again, don't put other relationships of people that you don't know on a pedestal, because then you'll always also it takes away from the blessings that you see in your relationship. There's also a need to listen more to your partner, or a need to feel heard in the relationship. Because this phone here, it's like you're trying to get their attention. Or maybe, you know how there's like this indirect way of communicating where it's like you send somebody like this reel or this TikTok of an idea that communicates an idea of something that you want to do or something that you want to purchase. Let's say you really want your partner to help you build this bookshelf. I don't know where this is coming from. It's a random example. Instead of just asking them, like you keep sending them videos of partners cleaning around the house. As much as you think it's going to work, sometimes it just doesn't, and your partner is oblivious, okay? They don't pick up on that that's what you need. So sometimes we can sort of have that expectation in our head and it not work out. And again, there's this communication that needs to happen. Okay, wildest dreams. Can you give us a card about wildest dreams? We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. It doesn't have to be a dream if you don't want it to be. Now, whether this be, I know that this song is mainly about love, right? But it doesn't have to be. And if you see other people having what it is that you want in your heart of hearts, take that as a sign that this is driftwood. In other words, it's possible for you to have this too. You may have had your fair share of trials and tribulations, but don't see those as excuses or reasons not to pursue the thing that you really want. Okay? These are obstacles that are a test of your strength. There's also this habit of second guessing yourself and not trusting your intuition that spirit wants you to release. My therapist would always tell me, like when I would bring up a situation that I felt anxious in, she'd always ask me, well, what's the worst that could happen? And then what's the worst part of that? Or what's the worst part of that? And essentially you get down to the dirt, the nitty gritty sand. And maybe it's one little particle of sand that represents this lingering fear that ties all the other grains of sand together. I don't know if any of that made sense, but you're a lot stronger than you think you are. Even if you didn't feel that way, even if you were never meant to feel strong in your house, maybe you were discouraged as a child, like this is you reclaiming that power. And I'm not saying it's easy as 1, 2, 3, snap. Okay, I'm a badass bitch. You're already a badass bitch. Learning how to overcome these obstacles will take time, but trust me when I say that it is beyond worth it. Can you clarify the 9 of Wands in reverse? I almost said 9 of Swords. Okay, so we have sus. Someone is being shady. Something is being hidden from you. Suspicious, suspect, untrustworthy. I'm seeing this as more of your attitude and how you see the world based on your experiences. You don't trust easy, and you tend to either second guess someone's motives question someone's motives, because I think deep down you feel like you don't deserve good things, or you don't deserve happiness, or it has to be a lot harder than necessary for you to say that, okay, like I deserve it. And slay is literally the embodiment of the 9 of Wands here. Succeeding in something, dominating your competition, on point, amazing job. How often do you credit yourself doing something amazing? You know, like rile yourself up, give yourself that pep talk. Okay. We have on the bottom of the deck here, we have mood. If you're not in the mood to do something, you have to find the motivation to do it, because guess what? Motivation is fleeting. It's not a feeling that is with us every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be your own cheerleader. Now, learning that is going to take time, but know that it's also going to be worth it. And I keep saying that, but when you're on the other side of that fence and you recognize that that's where you once were, it all starts to build on that perspective of like, hey, I can do this. I can persist even when I don't want to. That's committing to yourself and committing to your goals. What's one goal that you want to accomplish in the next 9 months, in the next 9 weeks, in the next 9 days from now, at the time that you're watching this? All you had to do was stay. All you had to do was stay. Page of Coins. Learn from life, okay? And trust that people are in your life for a reason, for a season. Sometimes they're not meant to be in your life forever, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you are a bad person. It doesn't mean that you are a suspect in someone else's eyes. And also, it's like, the people that do stay, the people that do stick around, those are the relationships that are worth pouring your heart into. With the 9 of Wands here and the 4 of Swords, you see this constriction of self. Based on your environment, you feel inadequate. And that is a feeling that you need to work through. We have Justice. The card just knocked to the ground, but I'm taking this as a sign that maybe you need to hear this. That justice is relative, obviously. What someone else sees as the right thing to do, someone else might agree to that. The important thing is that you remain true to your personal values and your personal integrity. And maybe you need to ask yourself, what are your values? What are your core values that define who you are? And then from that, you're able to see, okay, if I value self-compassion, or if I value compassion and kindness, then you have this fork in the road. Are you making decisions that are in alignment with that compassion? Or are you breaking away from your values based on wanting to please others or wanting to take a shortcut? You know what I'm saying? Be true to who you are. The Page of Coins is also investing in yourself, investing in your appearance, investing in your self-care. All you had to do was stay. Maybe all they had to do was stay, but would you really have been happy if they did? Or is it something that you're trying to convince yourself of? That's way too many cards. This is also learning not to apologize for things that you don't have to be sorry for, nor cut other people slack for what they need to apologize for, if that makes sense. Okay, we have slut shaming, express your sexuality, shaming, feeling judged, double standard, casual sex. If casual sex is what you want, then casual sex is what you can have. We are in the modern day. And it's interesting because we have okay boomer on the bottom. Outdated opinions, out of touch, closed-minded older person resisting change. Don't let these boomers define your decisions. If you want to do something, then by all means do it. Obviously with good intention. But don't let societal convention tell you what you can and can't do. If you're not ready for a commitment and that is what you want, casual, consensual sex, as long as you are safe, then go for it. What have you got to lose? I'm also seeing an elevation of your body ritual, whether that mean dry brushing, whether that mean taking a bubble bath, whether that mean treating yourself to some new, to some lingerie, like doing you to feel good for you, not someone else. And also your clothes do not define your sexuality. Like, I'm so done with that. That is such an outdated mindset. Learning from our relationships as well. And applying that knowledge, applying that wisdom in the future. So I'm going to get a love card. I'm going to get some romance. I know that this doesn't necessarily have to be affiliated with romance if you don't want it to be. But I'm curious at what the angels have to say. We have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. This could be a friend. Like, this doesn't mean that like you're with the one, but you've already met them or you will be meeting them very soon. We have codependency. This is something that you're healing from. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And you might not recognize what is codependent and what is not. So Google that, okay? Especially if you've been putting other people's needs before your own. That is an example of codependency because you cannot give from an empty cup. We also have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I want to get one of these cards. It's like the Wisdom of the Oracle, because I have not pulled from this deck in a while. This was actually like one of my first Oracle decks. I think it was my second. The first one was just the Energy Oracle. But anyway, feeling nostalgic today. Clarify the 1989 album, the collective. We have Observer. This is all about how you perceive yourself, how you understand your role within a greater community. Entering the role of the observer also means taking into account thoughts and emotions without judging yourself for feeling some type of way. Learning to see through a lens of self-compassion helps align and put things into perspective. And it helps us understand how large the world around us is. I'm curious to see what the book says. Let's see. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they can come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need to distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do something, or to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. I also just recognized something. First of all, 49 reduces to 13th. December 13th is Taylor Swift's birthday. Okay, number one. Number two, I'm pretty sure there is a song in the 1989 album with the lyrics, like with the foxes. It's like, is it Places? I don't know, but I have a feeling. And then even the telescope, it's like, it's a representation of Sagittarius energy, and Sagittarius energy is all about examining our beliefs, examining our philosophy, travel. So maybe travel is something you need to get out of your own head, right? That's too many cards, but I'll take this one. To be fair, look at this. To be fair. Embodying the energy of objectivity in which we look at our perspective. I love the saga Kung Fu Panda because it captures the essence of manifestation, like mwah. And that might sound silly as it is a children's movie. Let me reset the camera. Hold on. One of the characters approached the what is it? The red panda? I don't know. I can't remember, but it's like the first master. It's not the turtle. It's the original. And he said something, and it's like, well, it depends on how you look at it. It's not good and it's not bad. It's just what is. And that just hit me because a lot of the times we perceive traumas, and obviously I understand. As someone who's experienced it myself, I don't ever want to admit that it's something that was a positive thing because it wasn't something that I asked for. However, the wisdom that you learn from those experiences can help leverage not leverage, but like you are stronger from what you experienced. So it's important to give yourself grace for that, for the breakups, for the traumas, for all the emotional feelings that have made you feel like the Four of Swords, or has made you feel like this Nine of Wands, like paralyzed in fear. And you are a lot stronger than you think. Okay, we're gonna get an affirmation to close out this reading. Notice how you speak to yourself. And again, I'm on TikTok. And I love TikTok. Someone commented on one of my videos that they find it really impossible. Like they find the idea of not judging yourself impossible or very difficult to do. And, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We have love cards here. We have children and we have wedding. Your love life is being affected by children. And this situation involves marriage. The next person, like this, I think this is the one you've already met. You will either meet someone at a wedding or you will be getting married to this person. And connect to your inner child. I think that's what that message was. What was I going to say? Oh, it's an exercise. Talking to yourself with self-compassion. It doesn't just happen overnight. But I have found that the more, like for example, repeating affirmations to yourself, it might not seem relevant, it might not seem effective, but over time you will notice yourself catching yourself talking badly about who you are. And 9 times out of 10, you'll catch yourself, okay? I think I said that, but okay. Raja is my best friend. I can tell him anything, and he always stands behind me. Who is your best friend? What are the things you love the most about them? And this could be multiple people. It doesn't have to be just one. Spend more time with your pet, if possible, if you have one. Or get some animal therapy. Even just walking in nature. We have, I am strong. I stand up for what I believe in, even when that's not the easy path to take. And we have Rapunzel. When I promise something, I never, ever break that promise. We have 22 here. 22, which reduces to 4, and we have 17. Those could be numbers that are important to you. So to close off this reading, I lied. We're going to be, I saw 444. On the viewfinder. So that might be a sign from your spirit guides. But I'm going to get the astro dice just to roll it out. Actually, first, let me get the 3 zodiac signs. I'm sorry, I keep changing my mind. We have Leo. We have Pisces. And we have Taurus. Leo, Pisces, Taurus. Leo again. Uranus. And the 9th house. This is doing something creative. This is learning about something that really interests you. Like this is going very deep with a certain interest of yours. This person has a spontaneous side. They really like to travel. This could also be you. Maybe you meet this person on a trip. But there's a need to express yourself creatively. So maybe you meet this person in a certification program or at school or at some sort of business retreat. This is also remaining true to your values and remaining stoic in times of chaos, remaining loyal to what it is that you really believe in. There might be certain shifts in your friendships. Maybe you've outgrown some people. But I'm definitely hearing taking a vacation or taking a trip somewhere. And it can be a solo one, or it can be a group with a group of loved ones. But just make sure you have fun while you're doing it. Don't be afraid to let loose. Okay, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles! Hello, those of you who chose Reputation, or if you're coming from 1989, hello, welcome back. I will link the playlist for the earlier albums up in the cards. But with that being said, I'm just gonna pull 3 different songs and then channel a tarot card and an oracle card for each. You can choose to listen to this as a whole album, or you can just skip to whatever song resonates with you the most. If you do go to the timestamps though, and you choose, I don't name the song. So I just say song 1, 2, or 3. Also, let me know if you either went to the Reputation tour or if Reputation is in like your top 5 albums. I want to make a video about that because I just find it's so hard to choose out of the 10. And let me know if you're going to the Eras tour. I think it starts next month. So, okay. So those are our 3. Isn't it funny how sometimes a Taylor Swift album, like, it hits us at the right time? Like, when I was going through some shifts in my friendships and with my ex and everything, like, I don't know, that album hit hard for me. It really did. Look What You Made Me Do! Ah, we got the first song! Okay. We love her. We love that. Okay. Let's see. So It Goes. I feel like I need to look that one up. Let me see. Let me just text. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, and then, I was looking up So It Goes. Haha, okay. Oh, I love that. I just read the lyrics. Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. And Dancing with Our Hands Tied. Alrighty, so I am doing the Wild Unknown Tarot today. I use different decks normally, so I like to switch things up. Plus, isn't this like the perfect reputation? Like, we got the snake, I remember that album. It was glorious. Alright, look what you made me do. The Magician! You know what's wild? I was reading the lyrics for So It Goes, and she mentions a magician. A magician is a master of illusion, which isn't necessarily what the tarot cards, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that in tarot. However, it can. I think that this someone, whoever this is, who did you dirty, like, you have finally gotten to a point of power and resilience. And Spirit is telling me to tell you to let that shit go. We also have the Seven of Wands, which is standing your ground on the bottom of the deck. And we also have the Strength card underneath that. So Leo energy, big cats energy for sure. You had the power all along to stand up for yourself. And that is not to say, like, you should have done it sooner. But it's when we choose to stand our ground that it's like we're applying that knowledge, right? All right, let's see. Clarify the Magician card. Clarify the Magician card. Clarify the Magician card. Oh, well, whatever. We have swole. Hit the gym, muscular, looking good, great body, hard work, physical attraction. This person may be inspired like a glow up in you or just a need to feel stronger. Like, you are untouchable in this person's eyes. Like, this is also advocating for yourself and what you want to do. Like, look what you made me do implies that, like, they steered you to this point in time. And you're taking your power back. This is like, like, bad bitches don't play. Okay, that's what I'm hearing in my head. Magician is Magician is Mercury, mercurial energy. They're very fast in learning, very quick to adapt to changing circumstances, and I think that you're the strongest that you've ever been. So it goes. So it goes. Can you clarify? So it goes. Ah! My microphone just flew up. All right. Let's see. I'm going to take the two cards. Like, I have 4 cards here. I guess we're just going to say F it. Okay, so we have the Tower. We also have the Star. Maybe you met during drastic circumstances. Maybe you met this person during a time where you really felt like you had no control of what was going on in life around you. Or this was like you met this person after breaking up with someone new and they helped you recognize the power of hope, okay, and positivity. Maybe they brought a light to you when you were in the dark. We also had, though, the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this person helps you see that you can do anything that you set your mind to. I'm hearing that they offer their cup no strings attached. Like, you know how sometimes there's that expectation that others have of, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. This is not like that. This person wants you to succeed. This person wants you to live your best life, even if it means they need to sacrifice something in order to do so. This is someone who you feel genuinely comfortable around. Like, you feel genuinely comfortable to be your authentic self. I'm trying to rearrange these. This is building a future with someone after a tumultuous time. There was a disaster that maybe you didn't see coming. And again, you might look at it in terms of a negative light, but they see it as a positive light to rebuild from. Let's get an oracle card to clarify. You feel unstoppable when you're with this person. Like when shit hit the fan, they were there for you. And this doesn't have to be romance. This can be a friendship as well. We have thirsty. Needing validation, fishing for compliments, desperate, horny, too eager. I feel like other people were like almost too eager to get your attention or to win you over somehow. And that all changed when you met this person. It's so weird because we have also put on blast, being publicly embarrassed, public business or personal business exposed, exposing secrets, called out. This is exactly what happened to Taylor, okay? This is exactly what happened to frickin' Taylor Swift. This is Kanye not trying to, like, get Taylor, but, like angry at the fact that, like, it didn't work out as smoothly as he thought. And look at now, like, look at karma, okay? Karma is such... It paints such a different picture of that reality back then. But maybe this was like this put on blast was the wake up call you needed to see or you needed to hear to walk away and start fresh. Let's see. Dancing with our hands tied. Dancing with our hands tied. Dancing. The Three of Swords. Like, come on now. Okay, so the Three of Swords, this is honesty is the best policy. This is openly expressing yourself no matter what. This is Saturn and Libra vibes. And Saturn and Libra requires us to be upfront with ourselves and to be straightforward with those around us. And maybe you have to hold on to the truth for the sake of survival, for the sake of getting through the day. But like with this High Priestess in reverse at the bottom of the deck here, the truth will set you free, sweetie pie. The truth will set you free. Yeah, and we got the Judgment card. This is a divine wake-up call. A divine wake-up call. Can you clarify the Three of Swords, please? Can you clarify the Three of Swords? There's almost the yarn around these swords represent like life and how life brings us together, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. We have draking. Yep. Relationship struggles or ended. Missing someone, emotional, lonely, depressed, sad. This doesn't mean that leaving a relationship that has been toxic is easy. Because typically the person who's involved, who is being victimized, does not recognize that it's happening to them. In fact, usually they're in a state of denial. But they're also like upset. And I think like this dancing with our hands tied, you want to love this person. You want to spend the rest of your life with this person. But this person has shown you time and time and time again, for some of you, because this is a general reading, that like they don't care. They don't care how their circumstances are making you feel. They don't care to hold themselves accountable. And that's when you have to question your autonomy and agency to leave the relationship. You have the green light, okay? Go for it. Extreme satisfaction, approval, yes, extreme liking. Don't, like, if you're worried that someone's not going to like you for leaving, that's okay. You need to like yourself. You need to be real with yourself about what it is that you want. And stop waiting for other people to give you permission to go, to go for your dreams. Because something has been telling you that you've been holding yourself off. You've been cutting yourself, like holding yourself back or cutting yourself off from true happiness. Whether that be because you might not believe you fully deserve this, or because somebody else has been feeding you these lies. I'm going to get a card from the Dark Mirror deck. But like, even Taylor, like throughout that whole time, like that whole time she took apart, she met the great, like her love of her life, the love of her life she met. And sometimes it's through the darkest times that we endure that we end up coming out of it like a stronger person. Okay, we have, is this me? With the number 4, number 4 talks about stability. You might be questioning the person that you've become in this situationship, okay? You might be questioning if this is what you really want. Or are you just doing this, being this person to please someone else? I have a feeling you don't feel at home in your body. We also have parasite, number 19. Someone could be draining your energy, okay? And also, like, we can do this to ourselves. When we continue to put ourselves down because we think that we did something wrong, or like we convince ourselves that our reality is not, like our desired reality is not possible, like we drain our own batteries. And so I really think that either the person you're with needs to go, or you, like, there's this need to start fresh. The associated, like, phrase with this is when the only answer to lack of self-efficiency is to cling to another one. And when what can't survive alone will seek company, but instead of growing together, they will wither together. Because, like, misery loves company, right? Yes, we love to complain and vent, but when all you're doing is venting to each other and not lifting each other up and rooting for each other's hopes and dreams, it just starts to feel dead in the inside. Like, no life can grow from this. The phrase here for this is, I cannot recognize myself, but I'm still me. I cannot recognize myself as I can't remember the road that led me here. How can I see the road ahead? Okay, let me see. Are you comfortable with who you are right now? And if not, what might be a reason for that discomfort? Being flexible. We have that number 19 again. I think of Leo because that's the sun in tarot. Maybe getting some vitamin D and getting outside of your comfort zone. Being flexible in terms of allowing yourself to bend, allowing yourself a little bit of leeway. We also have on the bottom of the deck here, all that glitters. And all that glitters sometimes is not gold, okay? It's costume jewelry. And someone might be trying to, like, paint you this picture of a bright future with, you know, visions of sugar plums that danced in your head. If they're not actively taking action, though, towards that vision, if they're not actively taking action towards their own happiness, chances are they're filling your head with empty promises. And that's just not okay in my book, because for those of you who are here, you deserve to be loved and cherished for the beauty that you are. Give yourself a break. Someone said, like a colleague that I was working with at one time, like, we went around using 2 adjectives to describe ourselves. It's like a icebreaker from Brene Brown. And she said like strong and flexible, but she was like, that seems like it doesn't work. But in order to be flexible, we have to be strong. Because flexibility involves stretching, right? And we need that strength in our muscles. And also there's the strength of coming to the mat every day to practice that flexibility. You don't just become, like, typically you don't start out as flexible. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things, letting go of the rigidity of what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible, you'll be happy and made that choice. And then for the protection message, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and your heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where you are not only losers, a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. I would also say a counselor makes a good mediator. So if you are feeling called to do so, I highly suggest that. But be aware of the people that will say that they're going to go to counseling and then just don't. Because sometimes people will say yes to the idea, not to the actual thing. I'm going to read, the relationship message and the protection message. Sometimes we try to become something that we're not in order to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because they don't have the glitz and glamour that seemed so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what they can give you, is important. Not what they have or can give you is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of the artifice and let what is authentic shine. There is a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. There's a thin veneer of glitter and sparkle that masks something rotten underneath. Pursuing it will only bring about a difficult situation you will be sorry you got yourself into. Stay away. Isn't it wonderful how spirit protects you? Better things await. This is also rejection is God's protection. So beware of energetic vampires that drain your batteries and your life force and your connection to your authentic self. Okay, I'm going to reset my camera. Alrighty, let's get some love messages. Take an honest look in the mirror. Ask yourself if you're happy with the person standing in front of it. You have past life relationship. You have known each other before. This doesn't necessarily mean, though, that this person is like your twin flame. This can mean that this person is like your soul needed to meet this person for a reason, to learn something. We have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Do something that makes you feel passionate about. If that's dance, do dance. If that's painting, do painting. Energize your soul in a way that is just for you. We have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Have faith in yourself. And have faith that your spirit guides are wanting the highest outcome for you, even if it doesn't seem like it. Okay. We're going to close with an affirmation, and then we're going to get some astro dice. Okay, so we have, no, I won't stop. For every minute of the rest of my life, I will fight. Not fighting in relationships, though, because I think genuine connection, it's not, this is holding your ground and fighting for what it is that you believe in and not accepting anything less than what you believe in. And we also have, I am open. I am not afraid to make mistakes. We all make mistakes sometimes. The important part is learning from them and also forgiving yourself for those mistakes. Because that energy that still lingers is, it's like an unconscious pair of sunglasses that you don't recognize that you're wearing. All right, now we're going to get the astro dice. I'm going to get the 3 signs that are most prominent. We have Virgo. We have Aries. And we have, okay, Virgo, Aries, and Taurus. And Capricorn. Okay, so we have Capricorn, we have Mercury, and we have 5. Do something that you really enjoy doing. I think your soul is calling you towards creative expression. You might also be contemplating changing careers to one that is a little bit more liberating in terms of how you can express yourself. Having a conversation with your father, if your father is no longer in the 3D, writing a letter to him, I don't know, that might only apply for like some of you. But Capricorn is not afraid to take the reins. So like finding a hobby that allows you to be yourself and allows you to genuinely have fun with what it is that you do can really help bring some energy into the atmosphere. Okay, hanging out with friends and loved ones is also encouraged at this time. Some of you might be asking for a raise or a promotion or negotiating something in general with your boss. But showing up and giving your best is very Capricornian, okay? 5 is the number that rules the 5th house. It's also representative of freedom and liberation to be ourselves. And maybe as a child, you were told that you had to be someone that you weren't to make other people happy. And so maybe that is something that you're learning to unlearn. But yeah, I hope this reading gave you guidance. And with that being said, I will see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon. Toodles!